show you on the panel board, show you how everything operates on the panel board. Then Mr. Harrison take you to, we take the lab, and then from there we take you outside to give you an idea what we do out at the plant. All right, you come on around up here. Mike,
Let's see.
First, email me a copy of this video clip too.
Gotcha.
You want to see that board, so you need to pack it in over here on the left
Oh,
side.
I'm the class recorder.
See.
Yeah.
Short people on the front, tall people in the back.
Come on around, come on around.
Come on around. You can go over behind the corner there so you can see that board. Tall guys in the back.
Yeah, Joe Rail.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to explain to you, this here is the panel board. What it does is let us know what's going on outside, show you all the equipment that we have outside, and also what's on and what's off. All right, our influence comes from the community. It comes to us by gravity flow. The first process that it goes through when it enters into our pump station is our mechanical bar screen. What our mechanical bar screen does, if I'm going too fast, just tell me slow down. I don't mind. I'll pause, make sure everybody catch up. But what the mechanical bar screen does is removes all debris, sticks, rats, anything that comes through the sewer line. That's what the mechanical bar screen is for.
It's called the mechanical what?
Bar screen.
So it's a screen. It's an actual screen.
Yes, it's a screen that has like little small teeth through it. And what the mechanical bar screen does, it goes up, moves into a van, that then goes off to the landfill. After it leaves our mechanical bar screen, it goes into our grit chamber. This is where all the grit that comes through wastewater settles out. What we do in our grit chamber is we remove the grit as quick as possible for two reasons. The first reason is it takes up a lot of space. Grit does not decompose or break down. The second reason is if grit gets into our pumps, it tears up our pumps. After it leaves our grit chamber, it goes into our wet well. This is where we introduce air. We pre-aerate our sewage before it gets to the plant because it got to travel 10 miles from the pump station here to the plant, so we pre-aerate. So air is being introduced into the grit chamber as well as the wet well. Here we also got our raw sewage pump, which are on 24/7. They rotate manually, automatically. They rotate to pump the sewage from the pump station here by force main. When it enters to the pump station, it comes by gravity flow. When it exits, it's by force main. We have a force to push it up to the plant for 10 miles. Once it enters into our plant, it comes to control structure number 1. What number 1 does, it sends it from the control structure to our aeration basin. Our aeration basin is where our biological process takes place. It's where it began. That's where the incoming waste is being introduced to our microorganism. The incoming waste is like food to our microorganism. Also inside our aeration basin is where we provide air for our microorganisms, because just like you and I, you have to have air to breathe. Our microorganisms are living creatures, living bacteria.
I have a question.
Yes.
Where are the microorganisms at? Where are they?
They are in our aeration basin. The waste is, the incoming sewage or waste is the food to them. We use blowers to provide air for them to make it a more suitable environment. When you go outside, you'll get a bigger picture of how everything is, and you can actually see it. This here is just like a diagram. You know? Once it leaves our aeration basin, it then goes into our control structure number 2, where we are able to divide the flow up equally between two basins, two clarifier settling basins. Clarifier number 1, clarifier number 2. What takes place in our clarifier is where the microorganisms, just like you and I, after we eat, we got to digest, settle out. Our microorganisms begin to settle out to the bottom of the clarifier and allow our final effluent to flow over the weir and to our disinfection system. Our disinfection system here at the plant is UV, ultraviolet lights. There are 2 types of disinfection. You have chlorine and UV, ultraviolet. South plant use chlorine, but we use ultraviolet lights. All right. Also, and to clarify, what we do is we return our microorganisms as quickly as possible. After you sell out, you don't want them to get too lazy and stop working. So we use 3 return sludge pumps to return them from the bottom of the clarifier back to control structure number 1, back to the head of the plant, which is the aeration base. All right. The other thing that we have is our sludge thickener. It's just what it says, sludge thickener. It thickens the sludge up. Reasons why you're going to have your sludge thickener is because if you ever have a septic condition going on in your aeration basin where all your microorganisms are killed off, you have your sludge thickener where you can reseed the plant, start all over again. After a certain period of time, we waste from our sludge thickener to our drying beds. What happens in our drying beds is where the sludge filters out and becomes cake, like a cake, you know. What we do then is we remove them from the dry beds until some roll off, which you will see all that when you go outside, and then on to a landfill. Also, here at the plant and at our pump station, we have generators, on-site generators. What they do is provide emergency power in case we have power failure or anything bad weather come through. Our on-site generator automatically keeps going because you have to keep this equipment going 24/7. All right, this little piece of equipment you have here is our flow meter. What our flow meter does is monitor all flow that's coming in and going out of the plant. It also keeps our return sludge rate, let us know how much we're returning at the time.
Is it like working right now?
Yes, it is. If you look down,
Is it actually moving?
yes, you see it right there where it say 1092
Yeah.
gallons per minute. Now it's 1094.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, that's how much we got going out the plant right now.
Okay.
At the bottom below that is our return sludge rate. Let us know how much we return. We return a little bit more than we got coming in now.
So what happens when there's a power outage?
If it's a power outage, our generators here exercise once a week. And so as soon as the power kicks off, generator comes on, everything keeps
What if
going.
by accident there's no gas in the generators?
No diesel.
Somebody uses
Okay.
No, but what's gonna happen though?
Oh, well, we try to stay on top of, well, we do stay on top of it. We make sure that our generators, we check them weekly and to monthly basis. We go out there and make sure we stocked up on diesel. We make sure we stocked up on oil and batteries, make sure the batteries are tested and charged fully. And also, in case anything happens, like say for instance, the generator don't fire, we also have guys come overnight to make sure the plant monitors like it's supposed to do. You know, like if it's bad weather or anything. Hurricane season coming up, you know, well here. You have guys that come over during the storm, make sure that everything runs properly.
I got a question.
Yes.
So like she said, say none of that don't work. Like everything just shut down. What horrific things will happen? Like what happens to the water?
Well,
What are you trying to prevent with the two
Yeah.
generators?
Okay.
being there?
if it does happen where it shuts down, it takes a while for everything to go septic. So we do have light department that still works, you know, during bad weather, and what they'll do is they'll come and try to get the power back up as quickly as possible. But the generator just it's an emergency power load, you know, power supply that supplies the plant with power, make sure that everything keep on working right. Any other question? Feel free now, don't be scared now.
Well, that was my question.
Well, now we're going to go back into the lab with Ms. Robson. She's going to explain what the lab does, and then we'll go outside and you can get a big picture of what everything looks like.
When you go in the lab, watch the counter, try to glassware around. Some of the things in there are hot too.
Dr. Hyman, I've been on this field trip before. I've been on this field trip. This is all deja vu. Ain't the lab? Ooh, he's cute. Got him on camera.
She's a mess.
Smile, you're on candid camera. Ooh, it's hot right now. Yeah. That's a big tub of water.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Katie Robinson, and I'm the chemist for our wastewater treatment plant. I have another lab assistant. Her name is Betty Sharp. I don't know, the guys told you about our permit. in order for us to even